Since then I'm living here. And when Baba came here, now this this place is so dear to me that I'm not going to leave this place now. For life here. Yes. One day it happened. Anyhow, my wife forgot to send his own rice because I used to take food for him to Nesvilla Road. That's Nesvilla Road. And one day it happened, only Baba's rice, it was cooked separately in a small vessel. So it was left and everything was sent there. And when I came home, then my wife she was so very nervous. She said, the rice of Baba is left here. And I was ordered to take the thing at 6 in the evening. And it was already 7. So I was not so very happy, and in this way I saw Baba in my dream. Baba told me, "Don't worry, I have pardoned you," because it was neglect in my part. So I thought, generally when a man goes on thinking for something, he may see it in the night, in dream. So I didn't mind it, but just in the morning, Mr. Desai, one of Mr. Narawala's friends. He came early in the morning. These were in winter days, but he was perspiring. He was coming on push bike. Then I asked him, what is the thing? How you are coming so early? Then he said, Baba sent me, and he asked me to tell you, don't worry, I have pardoned you. The same thing, the same very sentence. The same sentence, yes. Because it was a neglect, and you were worrying for neglecting your duty. So Baba has sent me the word that don't worry, I pardoned you. And in the morning when I took the food for Baba and Mandali, and I was actually asking in a way, I asked my pardon, and I said, Baba, I'm very sorry. Then Baba took his board and he just signed on it. And Dr. Neelkant, yes, he translated it. Baba says, don't worry. So in the morning, when I took my food, I took Baba's food and his Mandali's food to his place, and I was just preparing to say, I'm sorry, Baba, I have neglected my duty. Then Baba just, in his alphabet board, he just signed, and Dr. Neelkant, he said, Baba says, don't worry, I have pardoned you. And then I, just like a fool fellow, I said, in my dream, Baba, I saw you saying, don't worry, I have pardoned you. And in the morning, I received the message by K.K. Desai that don't worry, I have pardoned you. And again, I'm hearing the same very sentence, that don't worry, I have pardoned you. It is very strange. And everybody laughed, seeing me, my foolish things. And in this way, then Dr. Neelkant said, don't worry, all these things happen with Baba in a simple way. So generally he did not comment. He simply smiled. Again, I was 5 minutes late when I reached there, and motorbike stopped, and just at 11, and I kicked it, and it started, and without any trouble, I reached there 5 minutes late at the place of Baba. And one thing, as I told you before, one day my wife missed the rice. It was neglected. It was in the evening, the rice was not taken there. And the whole night I was worrying, and the message of Baba, don't worry, I pardoned you. And that day also, in the morning when I took my food, I was going there, and again that day also Baba did not pardon me for that respect. It stopped there at the same point, at the same place, that day also. And I was late. So 2 mistakes were there. I did not take the rice. Rice was neglected. Of course, that time I took it, but in the night I did not take there, and in the morning I was late that day also. So that was my last date. And after that, Baba came here.
What did Baba say to you each time then?
Each time, yes. And then always he used to laugh. Baba. Then I used to say, Baba, how it is? Always I'm late there. Always my motorbike stops there, and I don't know why it stops. Then always he used to laugh, and he did not answer anything. He did not no clarification, nothing. But always he used to laugh, and he used to pardon me daily.
It was really great humor, Baba.
Actually, it was humor. One time again also, the same type of experience I experienced. Because once it used to happen, along with Baba, I used to visit one day a mosque, then a church, Hindu temple. In this way, in the night at 12, Baba used to visit these places.
Midnight.
In midnight, at 12 in the night. And there is a temple where these a Hindu that after when Hindus die, so their last rituals they perform there in that temple. So while passing that temple, Baba's car stopped. Then Mr. Helen used to drive it. Baba just asked how it is stopped. He said, Baba, perhaps fuel pump is hot. It was winter days. So how it is in winter days, the fuel pump is stopped, and simply he just opened the hood and it started. There was nothing wrong. Next day also, that motor car stopped at the same time, at the same place, while Baba was there on it. Third day also, continuously for 3 days, it stopped at the same place, only for a second or two. And then it started. Don't know what was the meaning, what was the thing. So in this way, even, motor car hasn't got the life, but even these things used to just obey the will of Baba, or don't know what it was the thing. But these things used to happen continuously for 3 nights at the same spot. Baba's motor car used to stop without any trouble. Yeah.
You can tell us the story about the man who was in jail and, you just tell it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, there was a man whose name was Mahanta Jamnadas. He was here in the village, and he was given transportation for life sentence for murder. But anyhow, the man got sick leave from jail for a few days, and he was again to go to jail back. But anyhow, he used to come to Baba and always request him for his release. And it so happened, the day when Baba was leaving the place, this Meher Mafi, and Baba told him that you are released today because his release order came. And the man did not know that his release order came, but somebody told Baba that now he is going to be released. And in this way, I received the order, I received the message that you are being released today. And the man was actually not believing the thing, how it was for him to be released from life sentence, but anyhow the man was relieved. And now he believes that this was the grace of Baba, that I am released. He is still here in the city, the man.
You used to tell Bob a lot of jokes,
Uh-huh.
and you were saying that you could do that. Now I want to hear a really good joke that you told Bob that really made him laugh like anything.
Yes. So Baba asked me, yes, tell something new. And I said, Baba, in the night when I was sleeping, and one Shaitan came in my dream, and he just got hold of me from behind my belt, and he started flying in the air. And he had 2 long ears and big long beard and a tail also. He had a tail, big tail. And he was flying. He was just flying in the air. And he was crossing one ocean after other, and so many after crossing so many oceans. He took me to an island, a small island. He made me stand there, and I was worrying. I asked him, why did you bring me here? Then he gave me a slap. He said, don't you see the wall? And I saw there was a wall, of course. Then, what is this wall? See, go near and see. There were small holes in that wall. So many holes. And then I asked him, what these holes are for? He said, these are the holes of luck. So then I asked him, my luck is also there. So see, alphabetically every name is written on every hole. And I just started A, B, C, S. Yes, S, Shatrughan, yes, there was a small hole there. But I said, this is a small hole. There are so many big holes. And I said, who is saying? Make the hole big. Then I put the finger in it, in one of the holes. And I was just trying to make the hole bigger and bigger. and the Satan started flying away. Then I caught hold of his tail. And he just started pushing me, and in that, so when I was just putting the finger in my hole, in that hole, I want to make it bigger and bigger, and then he started flying. Then I caught hold of his tail, and when I hold his tail, then he just tried to push me away, and in that I just awoke, and I saw my finger was in my hole, and the tail was my hand.
Brother. What was Baba's reaction to this dear joke?
So he laughed, and then, how did you dare to tell all this thing to me? Actually, he said, how could you dare to tell all these things to me? Then I kept quiet. I said nothing. I'm sorry, Baba. Simply I could say that. I'm sorry, Baba.
You were saying now that you had been driving with Baba in the car. So continue to tell us that story.
Yes, it so happened. We started our journey from Satara, and we were going up to Mysore state. It is long way, and Eric was driving the car. You know, when I saw Eric continuously driving without getting tired, because he drove about for 30 hours without any sleep or any rest. So I was actually wondering. Then after some time, and this was the order of Baba, not to sleep, not even to wink. Every time to keep alert. Day and night walking, day and night driving. So after some time, do you know what I saw? I saw the hand of Baba just resting on the wheel, steering wheel of Baba. Baba's coat is white, Baba was wearing white coat. Then I thought, where is the left hand of Erich? Because on the steering wheel, two hands must be there. Where is the left hand of Erich? So in this way, I just started raising myself. And then after some time, no, there are both the hands of Erich. Erich was wearing ash color, some dark color coat. So both hands were Erich and nothing of Baba. So after some time I thought nothing, it was perhaps an illusion. But after some minutes again I saw Baba's right hand was resting on the steering wheel. And then very cautiously I again tried to see the left hand of Baba, left hand of Erich. And when I was just trying to see and I was raising myself and just was searching the left hand of Erich, I was not getting it. Baba's hand was missing, and again both the hands were Erich. Erich was driving both the hands. The whole night I have been seeing the thing. Without any illusion, definitely I have been seeing the hand resting on the left hand, on the Baba's right hand on the steering wheel, and again it was disappearing again when I was in search of Erich's left hand. Because both hands must be there on the steering wheel. And so one hand, in place of Erich's left hand, Baba's right hand was on the steering wheel, all along. So the whole night. So it was a convincing thing. I was convinced it was not the power of Erich to drive such a long time, such a long distance, but it was simply the hand of Baba who was just guiding the thing. In the same way, other thing also happened in my life. Dharma Rao, the engineer, one day he was in Andhra tour. He was driving the car. Erich was there, of course I was there, because as I have told you, I was fortunate. All the time Baba used to keep me from amongst the Mandali. And do you know what happened? Dharma Rao was driving the car along with the canal. Very smoothly the thing was going on. But the poor fellow, he was also tired. For so many hours he has been driving throughout the darshan tour of Andhra. And it so happened there was some ballast, the broken stone on one side of the road. And the fellow did not mind it. And he was simply, perhaps he was dozing or what happened. He just, one of the wheel was on the heap of ballast. And I definitely felt as if the car was just on the water. No, not toppling, just on the water. And again from the water, it came on the road gliding. And it was my experience. Then Dharmara Baba asked, Dharmara, were you sleeping? Don't know, Baba, you saved me also. Then he said, this was his thing. And everybody, Araj and everybody, the experience of every one of us was actually that day, it was only Baba who saved us all. Because after just turning, actually I felt as if I was crossing over the water, one piece of water. In this way. But you may confirm this thing from Erich also if he remembers. So in this way things happen.
You were the night watchman many times for Baba, and there must have been many unusual things that occurred at night when you were with him.
I was not so very often. I was very rarely as a night watchman. Generally, I was not given so many times the duties of that. But once Baba asked me, told me, if ever you see anything unusual, either and thither, in these premises, then don't get afraid of. I said, Baba, generally I don't see. Anyhow, you know, previously there were latrines some far away from the, in Mehrajat, from the place. About 100 or 200 yards away. So I used to go there in the night after finishing everything. Of course, I did not see anything. But as soon as I entered, it was tin asbestos or tin made thing. As soon as I went there, somebody began to just thumb it. Just make noise of it, just ring it. Then I came out. I came out. And I did not see anything. Then again I went in. Yes, something was making sound. So again and again I tried to know who was out. But then I was accustomed. Whenever I went there, every night practically, somebody was just making sound outside. Of course I did not see anybody, nothing. But always I saw. Yes. Yes. Somebody was making sound outside. Again and again I tried to know who was making it, but nothing was found. And then I was accustomed of it. Whenever I went there, always the sound was there. Of course, I did not see anybody. But it was as if not any... First I thought some bird must be there, or cat, or any insect, but nothing. It was quite big sound as somebody was making it. But I could not see anybody, but its sound was perpetually there. So that's that. Yes, when I was actually fortunate to go along with Baba in Mast tour, and Masts were the bigger factor to convince me that Baba is God. Because so many mad looking like people, whenever we went there, sometimes some of them, most of them, they said to you, you are so fortunate that you have come with God. If there was some Hindu must, he used to say you have come with Rama, Krishna. And if there was some Mohammedan must, he used to say, how fortunate you people. Do you know? Perhaps you do not know that you have come with Allah. So in this way, must, mad looking like must, thinking that they have no sense of this type, but they were eye-opener to us so many times. So
Tell us what happened when you brought the musts from Rishikesh to Baba.
Yes. It happened, Baba, I was here in Dehra. Baba sent a telegram to me and asked me to take the Nilkant must from Rishikesh. His name was Nilkant, to his place. So I went, instantaneously, I went to Rishikesh and just asked the must to follow me, to accompany me to Baba's place, but he vehemently refused. He did not agree.
Did Baba say anything about that?
Yes, particular must. His name was Nilkant. Baba used to say that he was the emperor of northern India. About that must Baba used to say. And he strictly refused. Then I went to Baba's place and I informed Baba. Baba, he did not come. And I'm sorry, he did not follow me. So after 15 days or 20 days, after some time, early in the morning, Baba came in the Mandali and told me, now go to Rishikesh, but don't go to your house. Because my house is very near from Rishikesh. I'm from Bombay, from that side. Go to Rishikesh and don't go to your house. And this time he will come along with you. So I went to Rishikesh. And when I went to his place, then those people said, no, he is not here, he is on the roadside. And I went on the roadside, there was a small cabin, a small thing, just watering place, piao sort of. So he was there, and generally the master used to keep quiet. He was Maun in a way. The master was keeping silent, and he was not speaking, but he used to keep a slate also along with him. But sometimes there was no restriction on him. Sometimes he used to speak also. But as soon as he saw me from that place, he just jumped out and he got hold of me, my hand. And he said, yes, now I'm going along with you. Himself. And by that time a big crowd was gathered there, and some his devotees also. They didn't want me to take him. They said, no, how you will take him? You can't take him away from here. Then I said, hold him, check him. If he doesn't come, I am not so very anxious to take him away. But he just, I called for a taxi just near. He sat on the taxi. I was also along with him. I took him to Haridwar because I was afraid of the mob crowd. So from Haridwar, I booked a coupe because he was all naked. Just naked, he did not wear any cloth. He had a kamandal, a brass ball along with him. And from there, first class coupe, I just put him and I took it to Baba's place. And after keeping some time, a funny thing, Baba said, all right, take him back to Rishikesh. He was naked. And then I had to take him on bus to some time. And people began to be very angry with this naked man is sitting in the bus. Then what to do? Then I told him, all these people are thieves. Now see, on one side he was so very wise, and on the other side such an ignorant man. I said, all these people are thieves, and they want to steal away your brass ball. So please keep them along with your loins here. And so he put that thing between his thighs, and the thing was covered, and so the journey was safe. I told him, these are all thieves, and they want to steal your brass ball. So keep it safe here on your lap. I was taking that Nilkant mast from Baba's place to Dehra, to Rishikesh, another time. And it so happened, those were Goa occupation days, no seat was available on the trains. Anyhow, I was worried what to do, what not to do, because it was so very crowded. But I don't know what happened. Somebody took me to a ticket collector, and that ticket collector, after receiving some little money, and he introduced a compartment, first class compartment. I entered in along with the mast and saw on the door it was reserved for Nawab of Bhopal. I was worried what to do. Anyhow, he just pacified me. Don't worry, it will be all right. And after some time, the PA of Rashtrapati came in there, and this must begin to abuse him like anything, just like a madman. This PA of Rashtrapati, personal assistant of President. So, as soon as the personal assistant of President entered there in that compartment, this must begin to abuse him like anything. And he was so very annoyed also. Then I requested him, he is a very big saint of very high order, so consider it a boon. Anyhow, the man did not like the idea. He thought, why to travel with a madman? He left the compartment. Then some superintendent police, who perhaps was going to Delhi for some examination, he entered there. And this must begin to abuse him also, very filthy abuses, rotten abuses. And the man, being a policeman, he was so very annoyed, but I requested him also. I told him, he's a saint of very high order, so take it a boon. And he thought that I'm going in an examination, perhaps it will be good for me. So he purchased some biscuits and this and that. But he said this must very in an annoying mood. He did not accept anything. And the man, the SP was Superintendent Police was so nervous. The saint is annoyed, so perhaps I may not get the success. So he began to request him more and more. Anyhow, he consented to have 1 or 2 biscuits, and the thing was done. So in this way we reached to Bhopal, but fortunately no Nawab Bhopal entered there. He had his own bogie, and we reached safely to Delhi, and from Delhi to Rishikesh. So in this way, the journey was all right. Jai Baba.
My name is Keki Rustam Narawala. Originally I belonged to Navsari, where I was educated when I heard Baba's name. But I was so much brought up in Orthodox family that they did not allow me to name Baba even, because we belong to Zoroastrian sect. And according to them, Zoroaster is the only prophet whom I should believe. But when I came to services in Dehradun, then one of my friends, Kaki Desai, who was so much attached to him, of course he had also not seen, but by name also he was so much lover of him, that he always persuaded me to meet him or to remember him whenever I am in distress or in trouble. So, once upon a time, in Dehradun, when Kaki Desai was here, he was my friend. So, he told me that Meher Baba has come to Dehradun and we must see him. Now, before that, my wife, Mrs. Preni Narawala, when I was engaged to her, she was also so much against, because almost all Zoroastrians those days were against Meher Baba. So she also wrote to me in her love letters that I should not follow Meher Baba because he is a hoax, he is that, he is this. But my friend Kaki Desai, he was so staunch and he was persuading me in such a way that I was attracted by name only, and when he said, why did you not put any plank over it so that I may come from to the veranda from the car? You want me to drown? You want me to, you see? Then he reprimanded all the members that were there, and he called me too. Now you come from Dehradun from so far, and you wanted Meher Baba to be drowned? So we were all surprised that it's a 1 inch or 2 inch long pool and 1 inch wide pool, and he said so. But what happened? Thereafter he was calm, he embraced everybody, and we went to Manmar station. And as soon as we entered the Manmar station, Mr. Kishan Singh was also along with us. There was a rain, heavy rain, and all the trains were stopped. We boarded one train, and after a few stations, we got down. Again, we went to another train, and we got down to some other stations. That way,